What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Musume video, and in this video, we are back with Hishi Amazon. So I feel like we do have today, tomorrow, and Thursday, because I do have a feeling that Friday is gonna be the anniversary video, and then or the half anniversary video, which is pretty much just gonna be the banners, and then I guess the event and whatever extra thing they have on missions. And then Saturday is either Saturday or Friday is day one of the CM. If that's the case, I still feel like I could post the first round of the CM on Monday, regardless if that is the case. So that's gonna be the plan for pretty much the rest of the week. Today, Hishi Amazon, the wedding one specifically, and then tomorrow Marzensky. Thursday, Oguri cap the Christmas one, and then Friday should be the half anniversary banner. Should be. Hopefully. Hopefully. But other than that, like I said in the past couple of videos for my setup, it's just pretty much the same with Hishi Amazon. Nothing was changed and all that. 2 speed, 1 wise, 1 guts, 1 power, and also the friend Yoi card. And that is pretty much it. So let's get this run started, but before we jump into it, and also the comments, if you guys haven't joined the circle or you guys are looking for a circle to join, feel free to join the circle that I'm in, and it's called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request or join, and it'll let me know that you want to join. Then after that, go into the comment section, let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can match it and make sure that I'm accepting you into the guild and not anyone else. I'll go into more details of that, I guess, on the anniversary day, whenever that video is. But for now, for the next couple days or few days, we'll just keep it at that for now. Since the past couple videos before, I have been going into more of a detailed explanation. But yeah, here we are in the training. We'll just get this out of the way. What is this even? Oh, I just clicked it. As I load the comments. All right, sure. Actually, all right, so the first comment is actually going to be from the Marzensky video. So basically the comments I was getting from yesterday, because Eorzian Bun had also commented in that one, but it didn't exactly make it to the video, so here we are. So the comment says, Eorzian Bun is the best thing to call me since Final Fantasy 14 is my main game. Ah, that makes sense. I haven't played that in so long. I've also played Genshin Impact, which was my first gacha, but I don't play it anymore. I found Musume to be very addictive though, and I've been playing it a lot since I started. Which is a good thing to hear. Which is a good thing here. I think the best part, at least for me, I don't know about the others. For me, the thing I like about Pretty Derby is how you just have to be present, interactive. Just basically interacting with the game. Those kinds of games are typically the ones that I spend the most time on. Obviously, Pretty Derby for all the CM and League of Heroes prep and all the extra trainings that I do off camera. Genshin, I mean, compared to all the other games, compared to a lot of the other games, like the other half, I do spend more time in Genshin in those games. Star Rail, obviously, I do spend a lot of time on that one. Snowbreak, Zenless, Weathering Waves. Probably not as much as before, but I still do. Atelier, whenever I feel like I need to do a a checkup on, like, a little update on my characters, so just to see if I need to do anything different. Same thing. Oh, I guess that's pretty much it. I'll go more into details about my other gacha games if there's any time. So I'll try not to spend too much time on responses or spending. I'll focus a lot on one comment. I'll try and do that. But thank you for the comment, Yorzi and Bun. Appreciate. Next comment is going to be from Nova, and all these comments coming up are going to be from yesterday's video. So the first one from Nova says, give me a sec, actually. I thought I'd loaded the comments in the right window. Sorry. Apparently I didn't, so hold on. Give me a second. Let me load it in the actual window where I read it. Why is this here? I don't know, but now let me get this out of the way. I did see in the update that's coming up for the game this week, there are some quality of life updates coming. One of them was some kind of, let me just read through it real quick. So the first one is they added the skill filter, or just basically for the skill acquisition screen where you can, like, I don't know, make the skill cheaper. I think that's what it does, right? They made a filter to, I guess, make it easier. I guess it doesn't really matter for me. Then this one actually isn't necessary. Maybe like a year and a half ago, or a year ago, or even 2 years. But the next one is the support card bulk organization function. So you know how when we go pick support cards, at least judging from the picture, it looks like when we pick the 5 that we want to use for the scenario, if you are trying to switch up your 5 or like more than one card, it seems like you're able to switch more than one card at a time. As in like the whole setup. Besides the friend one, I think, for what it looks like. I think. I'm not sure. I'm just going off the pictures I see. The next one's something called about a my route call function. Yeah, that's pretty much it. From my understanding, when I read this a little bit earlier, it's basically, I don't know, from what it looks like, it has something to do with scheduled races. Yeah, it looks like for scheduled races. I don't know exactly what it does. I think it just carries over to the next training if you have it on. I don't know. I don't fully understand it. And then some other features and additions, like really, that they haven't done that? Added a function to move to the previous or next support card details by flicking or dragging the top of the screen or using the left or right arrow button in the support card details. I didn't know that you couldn't just swipe. Anyways, where are we? Nova's comment. Sorry, I got distracted by the I guess quality of life updates, right, that are coming in with the anniversary, I guess. But the first comment from Nova, especially since there looks like there's a good amount, says, regarding the laptop I sent in to fix, that was the one I bought in Taiwan from 5 months ago. Wait, the one you bought when you were in Taiwan? As in like the vacation a couple months ago? That's 5 months for the laptop in general? Huh. To go through that in 5 months, that's crazy. There must have been something. I don't know, 5 months. That's. I was gonna say that there could have been something maybe defective or like I don't know something about I don't know. But like 4 years in general seems like a good amount of time for a laptop too. And that's why I prefer. I like laptops just obviously for the portability and all that. But you can't beat a PC, especially if you're gonna be using it a lot. I guess I think just having the PC at home, especially if you're mostly home, would work out. Laptop, I'd say, is good to have still with the PC for like when you go out or I don't know, you don't want to turn on your PC, but you're not going to be doing too much on the computer, so laptop seems fine. I don't know. But Uma really is the money mule for side games, which is kind of like Genshin with Hoyo. I don't know, you wouldn't think that maybe Star Rail had currently or surpassed Genshin by now? I know it's only been over a year, but you know, I don't know. For me personally, I think Star Rail has done better than Genshin in terms of keeping the game interesting. If you get what I'm saying, because there's not a lot to do in the game. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's not like there's way more to do in Star Rail. I mean, there's just a few more end of game content that I could do. Like, even though the most recent one I think is called Divergent Universe, even though that one technically replaces, not, I wouldn't say technically replaces, but it does at the same time. Replaces Simulated Universe. There was also another one in between that was released in between that I haven't really worked on because I'll be honest, it was whooping my butt. So there's something else for me to do there and all that. It's just more end game content, which works out for me. Whereas for Genshin, I'm just looking at the Spiral Abyss and I'm like, I should do it. Should probably do it. Just so I can get a few hundred primo gems, but yeah. They do want to milk what they can from the global market too. Not sure what the end game is since no gacha can really survive forever. They will need to innovate and come up with another gacha that is equally as enticing in the future. And that is where Kamo Musume comes in. Ta-da! Well, the thing is why I feel like everything lies on the JP version at the end of the day is because I feel like as long as, you know, the anime, like I said, the series stays alive, the chances of the gacha game itself would stay alive. I'm kind of just looking at it like Dokkan, who's been out for like how long? 8-9 years? The series has been going on, but then again, if you think about it, that series has been going on for way longer. Way longer, and shouldn't be used as a comparison. But it was, you know, what dubbed for us to watch like later on. And then I mean, it's like one of the if not, well, I guess One Piece is up there, but basically one of the biggest animes out there that is big on the Western side, out of Japan, basically. So it's kind of hard to compare to that, or Pretty Derby hasn't been dubbed at all. So they didn't even get that. To be honest, I've said this before, if they had dubbed the anime, they could have gotten a pretty good idea of how it how Pretty Derby would have done overseas, just based off the feedback off the anime, I would say. At least it would give them an idea, not like the full picture, but it's like some kind of idea. They will need to innovate and come up with another gacha that's equally as enticing in the future, and that is where Kamo Musume comes in. Tada! The problem with that is it doesn't really necessarily carry over. If we're talking going from Uma Musume to Kamo Musume, if it actually becomes a thing, because one, they would actually have to make it a thing, and this would actually be based off false fictional characters rather than the anime characters in Pretty Derby or Uma Musume is from actual are named after actual things. So that's the big difference over there. It's like you're gonna go from basically real life horses that were alive in the past to basically just pure fiction. So that's one reason why I don't think Kamo Musume is even a good example to really quote unquote make this gacha survive, because it's a whole different thing. So I'm just talking about Pretty Derby as a whole because we were talking about how Global was gonna do and if it was gonna catch up or not. Well, long story short, we just said no, it shouldn't be able to catch up. At least that's what I said. And yeah, the reason why I came up with how long it comes up with for Global to catch up is because of the comment Eugen said when it's said that they would to drop it down to 4 or to bring it up to 4 months every 4 months is still not gonna help it catch up, because if you bring it to every 4 months in Global, it's still just gonna stay on par with the gap. It's not gonna change. You have to lower it down to 3 in order to you would have to bring it up to 4. 4 won't even make it up right away. 3 definitely won't even it out. We'll just even it out with JP. Because it'll just be 3 every year for Global, 3 every year for JP. No changes will made. 4, at least it'll be 1 every year, but we're gonna be like 8 scenarios ahead. And that's why I said it it would need to last 8 more years. So we're looking at possibly a 12-year anniversary, whereas Global would have had to stay at doing 4 scenarios every year. So basically every quarter of the year they'll get a new scenario, and that's gonna be hell, but it's still gonna take 8 years to catch up. And by then Pretty Derby will be at 12 years, I think, for the game at least. And for the series to survive that long, the anime needs to stay that long. For the game to stay that long, the anime needs to stay that long. That's all it is. You add another gacha, put Kamo Musume in it, it totally doesn't count because it's a whole new series. That's a whole nother discussion. That's a whole nother discussion, a whole new series that Cygames would have to think about making. Yeah, I can relate. At this point, you'll be getting an extra constellation for one of the standard characters. It's the same thing for me in Counterside. They gave us an Awaken unit selector as part of the Annie gift, and I'm like, yay, more dupes since I own every Awaken unit. Yeah, I'm just pretty much getting Kuching just because I don't have her. Oh, I skipped a comment from one of Nova's comments. Regarding Wuwa Selector, it was actually not planned at all. There was a myriad of bugs in the beginning that the devs had to make several apologies. One of the apology rewards was the Selector, so really bugs for the win. Was it really? I thought... Wait, so... Well, that's weird because I saw it day 1. Like, literally, the game just started. I had just started recording. I know I didn't see the gacha thing video game 1. I did still see it day one because I did record the first two videos in the same day at least. Just to let you guys know. Just to let you guys know. The thing is, I saw it in day one, at least from my memory, at least. So I don't know. Although there was a crap ton of bugs in the beginning, they were giving compensation and apology rewards for a while. For a while. But no, they did a lot when it came down to all the bugs and all that. They did a lot. If the selector was there, sure. Sure, but regardless if it was there or without, we still had the guaranteed prior. Or we still had the guaranteed regardless. You see that bar? You see that bar? That wasn't even that far. Whatever. To be honest, I'm so casual of a Uma trainer that I feel like I shouldn't even be prepping for the CM. Well, that would just mean you're not going to be participating in the CM or League of Heroes if you don't get the best possible, because then you're just not going to end up not making it to the finals. So I don't know how that works. Because you could still be casual and still prep for the CM and League of Heroes. I don't know where you're getting that idea from. I don't know why I should be prepping at all. I need help. May the gods of casual save me. I don't know why you need help when you're the one who's been chilling at UD this whole time. If you need help, what do you think I need? New cards, help, everything. I started the game day one because I thought the gameplay looked kind of cool. I saw the anime after starting the game. Interesting. First season made me feel a little bit for the IP. Second season brought me motivation I needed to really go ham spending on the game, which is I guess McQueen. McQueen. And then make a new track hit, and I'm like, I'm out, peeps. Only to make it back to the game before season 3. Man, what a ride. What a ride. It's funny how you did make it back before season 3, though. Taiwanese friend just wanted to check out what's new in JP, and I'm like, sure, then I got hooked. Grandmasters are just so much fun for me. Well, thanks to your Taiwanese friend. When Ren commented, I'm like, Kama Musume brought her back. My cult is growing. And then Ren says, well, actually... I don't know if she's agreeing or not. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. Pre-anniversary check, 80 UMA tickets, 43 support tickets, and 71k rocks. I'm feeling nervous and excited at the same time. Hope you guys are prepared too. Me? Prepared? I was prepared for the anniversary. I'm like half prepared because I have 15k or 16k. Pretty... Well, I mean, I think it's alright. Half prepared, half anniversary. About 80 UMA tickets. 4 new cast members will appear in Pock Alive. Before I said there might be 2 Fest Umas, but never considered the possibility of 4. Now this is very interesting. Well, I don't think they would do 4 characters in a single banner. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Because they already do like things with the Twinkle series. So I don't know. I don't think they would do 4. I think it's just to get the newer voice actors involved, maybe, but they do usually, as what we've been told in the past, they usually add new voice actors if they're involved in some way with event coming up. So yeah, we might be looking at um well, we're for sure looking at least 2 new characters. Well, I don't know because they've only always released one, like I said. So I guess we'll just have to see. Is what I should say. We're just gonna have to see if they're gonna go with 2, 1, or maybe even 4. I understand your distaste for spenders and whales, but do you accept part-time dolphins? I'm like that across the board, but definitely not a whale. Without government relief, of course. I don't think I've I don't think I've straight out said that had a distaste or like a thing against spenders or whales. I don't think I've said that. It may have sounded like it, but I know it may have sounded like it based on how I talk about it, but I never said I hated them, distasted them, despised them, whatever you want to call them. Whatever you want to say about them. I don't think I've ever said it like that. I may have sounded like it, but I don't think I've said it like that. For me, it's like I don't I for me it's I don't like to hear I don't like hearing saying that that I for example, like I need to go I don't know. I don't like hearing them saying I don't like hearing people saying that they want to get more stuff, but they don't have the money. Or they want to swipe, but they don't have money. But they still swipe. Somehow, some way. I'm just like, if you have the money, I don't care. You spend the money that you got yourself or whatever, just the money you have, then sure, go for it. You do that to be better in the game, that's all you. I doesn't like it when it's like, I gotta swipe, but I don't wanna, but you just feel like it. I don't know, just there's the people who shouldn't be swiping who are swiping. I don't like that. Or like people who would swipe a good amount for a game and end up dropping it. I don't know. That's something about that bothers me because now the game is just there. You know, Eh, that's why I said I'd rather spend on physical stuff because at least I can sell it later on if I feel like it or if I want to get some money out of it later on. Whereas an account, yeah, you could sell it later on depending on what you have in it. But if you weren't even satisfied with your account, which would probably have left you deciding to drop the game, then there's no point. That's just my point. That's what I hate. Using using money that you don't have or using the money and then just letting it sit later on. That's it. Whales and all that, if I encounter them in game, it is what it is. I lost. I'll accept it. PvP, shoot, I'm not spending. So if I come across someone who has an overpowered team, then I know they spent. And I can't really do anything about it. It's like I said, with the PvP part of the games that of the games that I do have it, I don't necessarily care. I don't necessarily care. I just go in to do the daily, and I'm just trying to speed through it, pretty much. Kind of like now in Pretty Derby when I do, since I have been doing it, I'm just there just spamming, just to move, spamming the button just so I can move on. Yeah, I don't care if they're a whale or not. There's just the little things that I don't like about some spenders and whales. And as a whole in general, as long as your money, as long as you're happy with the game, sure. Sure. There is a thing as though as being too strong and you're just kind of just there. That's one thing that is probably the one thing I don't want to happen if I were to ever go back to spending on gacha games, because I haven't since Dokkan, which was very long ago. Well, not very, like 5? No, more. Yeah, it's been like 5 years, maybe. I don't know. It's been a while since I spent like at least 5. So yeah. So it doesn't matter if you're a whale or a part-time dolphin. If you spent and it's your money, go for it. I ain't gonna be like, oh, you spent on the game. Oh, no, you spent on the game with your own money. I ain't gonna stop you from it. I ain't gonna stop you from it. It'll just make sure you're in a good situation. Otherwise, then I'll start hating you specifically as a whale. I'll start hating you as a whale every time you spend, because I'm gonna know that there's gonna be issues with your with your financial situation. And yes, I've had a friend like that. Did I give him an earful? I did, because he was in no way of spending money, but he kept on spending money and kept on complaining that he couldn't pull on his gacha game. So, other than that, like I said, you're good. You're good. If you have the money and all that, by all means. I will question it, see what you've done with the money. If I feel like it. Like, what'd you do with it? Did you get any pulls at least? did you get any worthwhile pulls? As long as that's happened as short. But once in a while, it might not happen. So, I think this is the last comment from Nova. I do play Zenless like Ren and just use whatever. My strongest is the big cop chick. Paired with the small cop chick. I got the big cop chick's weapon, so I figured that should be my strongest character. You don't say. You don't say, Nova. Well, I mean, the difference between just the two characters that you mentioned. Well, I'm assuming Nicole is your third. So assuming the team that you use, which is the team I use mainly, compared to Ren's is just pure attackers. That was the only difference. that's the only difference. That's what I was saying. It's just pure. Was it pure attackers? I do remember seeing Ellen and something. Corin. Yeah, Ellen, Soldier 11, and Corin. Those are all attackers. That's the only, like, you could use whoever you want, but but that's just pure attackers. So I'm kind of just sitting there like, no stun, no support to make your life kind of easier. Or because she's using who she wants. Maybe Ren doesn't like any of these support characters, or I don't know. It's just weird because I get it. I get the whole use whoever you want. I've been saying that for Pretty Derby the whole time. I get it. But I expect the team composition at least. Is what I'm saying. So yes, you are using whatever you want, Nova, but you're still using what I'm using, which is one support, one debuffer, which is either an anomaly or a stunner, and then you have your support. So yeah. And like, not to be, you know, I'm just saying, because having 3 attackers, there's, what was it, Corin? The only synergy she has, there's just having Corin and Ellen be part of the same faction. That's it. Soldier 11's kind of just there. Kind of there. So that's the reason why I was like, all attackers, you know? Like, if it works for you, that's cool. This whole time, for what, about not 2 months, a month and a half, that's pretty good, going through all that with just both of them. So that's why I'm like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. You went through what the game had offered so far with with the team that you chose. So if it worked, it worked. If it worked, it worked. Whether with team composition or not. I was just surprised because there wasn't any other type of characters aside from an attacker. That's pretty much it. But other than that, thank you for the comment, Nova. All the comments, Nova. And the next one is from Ren. Did you see Cygames hint at a possible KFC collaboration? No, I did not. I didn't. I'll take a look at it later. I'll Google it later because I need to go through the rest of the comments. For anniversary, I have maybe 600 gems saved. I was trying to get stuff on the support banner, but I don't really get anything on the banner. I didn't really get anything on the banner, so I gave up. I just thought you'd be saving because a half anniversary was coming up. I just thought you'd be saving, but at the same time, you kind of did the same thing with Durabensei with the anniversary, where you did spend right before the anniversary, kinda. So I should be surprised, but I'm not, because you have done this before. Honestly, my Genshin hate might soon be resolved with the 5.0 anniversary. I don't know. I'll just see. I never really hated it, like I said. It's just kind of there. I never hated it. It was just, there's just not much to do outside of exploring side missions. I don't even want to space Spiral Abyss because that thing is Spiral Abyss is basically to test your teams. That's how I see it. It's just a way to flex your teams if you're recording or trying to flex your Genshin account. Other than that, there's really nothing much to do. For me, I'll just get Dia just for the fact I don't have her. Same with me for Kuching. Once I saw the rewards, I was like, maybe I'll become an active Genshin player again. Yeah, I did hear about all the stuff they were bringing in, so I'm kind of like, are they finally trying to be more generous than they were already? Because they weren't really generous at all, right? Right. I pulled for Navia and got Jean. Oh boy. I was mad, but mostly sad. Did you not pull for Navia or when Fontaine first came out? Like, I believe she was... Shoot, I don't even remember when was her banner. I think it was Nouvellette, Arena, then Navia? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Actually don't remember. I'm trying to remember the last thing you mentioned in Genshin. But I can only think that it probably was Farina. That's all I can think of. But at least you have your guaranteed. That's all I can say. Plus, how do you start playing Genshin more because Kiara's outfit goes away in 8 days. So yeah. Oh, for the event. I haven't done the event at all, so I do have to do it as well. I haven't done the event. That one I actually do need to do. I just haven't found the time. And I know I need to... I'm gonna be paying attention because it's an actual story and they'll have dialogue. I normally do pay attention to the dialogue ones because that has dialogue. That's just the kind of player I am. Player I am. In gacha games or actual single player games, I will listen to the story. So yeah. Got the new Palmer stamina card, the SR one. I watched Uma first and then the game. Oh wait, is it good? Sorry, I literally mixed up that whole little part right there. But is the Palmer card any good? I mean, if it's the SR card, I mean, I'm assuming by now you should have a stamina card that you should be able to use for every long distance or so, or medium distance. So I don't necessarily know why you would ask about an SR card, but it's just a long distance card. That's all it is. I mean, if you have a if you have a, what is it, a stamina card that you've been using that you can rely on for long distance and medium distance, then there you go. You don't necessarily need to worry about stamina cards. Like, I haven't worried about a stamina card really at all because I have Super Creek, and I've been using Super Creek's card this whole time since I got it until now. Yeah, I haven't really replaced mine. So as long as you have that support card or that stamina card that you can use, then sure. If not, then that's a good question. It's mainly long distance, so you won't be able to use it for medium distance. That's pretty much it. Because we have been getting some medium distance CMs or whatever that has been needing that has been needing stamina cards. So yeah, it's all on you though. I mean, I don't know what your best stamina card is, and if it's max limit broken or not, or if it's in SSR. So I'd say it's all right if you don't have anything. That's my general. That's the general thing about, well, about the SR cards. Generally, they're just best to use if you don't have the card in general, or if you don't have the cards. So basically, early new players will most likely be stuck with the SR cards. Or if you don't have anything better, then, I mean, I was using SR cards a year ago too, so it's still not, and I've been playing since the game started, so yeah, it's all on you. It's all on your cards. If you generally, you technically shouldn't be worried about an SR card unless you don't have any cards. I think I already said that, so I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there. I watched Uma first and then the game because it was like a joke to watch it, and then I fell in love with it. And also, I kind of love demi-human type things. How was it a joke? I think that's the real question in my head right now. How did you think of it as a joke? Because it was horse girls? But hi, Shushu, dude. I'm back. I would have seen that in yesterday's comment, but welcome back. Then again, I doubt a bunch of Americans don't want to go through the trouble of trying to read Japanese. Exactly why I see. That's why I said that's one of the type of global players I'd see playing the global version. It's exactly like I said. If they don't put in the time and effort to try and learn the game, and there you go. It's not even just trying to learn Japanese. It's not even trying to learn the Japanese. It's just learning the game because I don't know what I see. So yeah. Honestly, for global, I'll be free to play and save up a bunch and get the Umas I wasn't able to get. I'll probably put Marzansky for global since I don't have her on my JP. I don't know. My pick, Aguri, just because I like her outfit. Kind of surprised you don't have Marzansky. Well, you did start a year ago, so maybe not. That is another way to play global. Get the Umas you don't want, or not. Would that be basically the Umas you don't want? The Umas you don't pull? So is that generally what you're getting? Basically all the Umas that you haven't gotten that was released prior to your start of the game in JP that you didn't get as you were playing? And the characters and the Umas you skipped on, maybe. Wait, you can get a G rank to S? Really? Yep. That's what Tanoki said. I have no reason not to believe him. Because he does parent training and all that. So I will believe him. I will believe him. Because he technically is, or he is, he is the better trainer compared to myself. So I will say that. Because he's already training UDs and all that, so. Ooh, I feel like a sneeze is coming. At least on global, I won't make the mistakes I did. Going down to 600 gems before the half Annie? Is that one of them? I'm just kidding. But yeah, that kind of is a mistake, especially if especially if the character is a character you want to pull for. So that is gonna be a tough one. SSR support banner, the one where you can pick the rate up cards. Oh, what I meant for the 5-star support banner is the SSR support banner, the one where you can pick the rate up cards. Ah. Uwa can't confirm isn't on PlayStation. I don't know. It's Red. It should eventually come out in PlayStation 5. But as of right now, I think it's only on mobile and computer. PC and mobile. But it's weird because when I search it, and just on Google in general, it says platforms. PlayStation 5 has the first one. PlayStation 4, Android, iOS, GeForce Now, Microsoft Windows, and Mac operating systems. So it's kind of weird seeing PS5 and PS4 there when I don't think I've seen anything PlayStation related for Wuthering Waves. Oh no, it should be on PlayStation. All right. It's been confirmed for PlayStation 5. Wuthering Waves is confirmed to be in development for the PS5 with updates on its release date becoming available in the future. Ah. Well, there you go. Same with the Mac version. Oh, except it hasn't been confirmed. RIP Mac players, I guess. Guess. Thought it was out. Wuwa can't confirm isn't on PlayStation, but I just literally read something that it's been confirmed for PlayStation. What? Huh? I literally just read it. Yeah, it was confirmed 4 weeks ago. It was confirmed that it was in development 4 weeks ago. There we go. But yeah, it isn't on PlayStation as of right now. So you'll be waiting a while. You'll be waiting a while if you're not gonna play it. At least log in or something. Do as much as you can, whatever you can. I don't know. How do you feel about the GTA anime game by the same people by Tower of Fantasy people? Neverless or something, huh? Like I said, I don't even know what the GTA anime game is, so I know it's been mentioned. I still don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is. But the same people as Tower of Fantasy? I mean, Tower of Fantasy was... I mean, originally I did like it. The only issue was the bugs and all the bad stuff was worse than than the long wait time in Wuthering Waves. I think I've mentioned it before. Just imagine. The part where I left off in Tower of Fantasy for the story was going up an elevator. Then start doing some fights, go up more in the elevator. Fights and all that. In the middle of those fights, I will end up getting sent back to the beginning, the lowest floor, because the game had to reconnect. Every time. Honestly, that was the reason why I stopped playing. Because it was doing that for a few weeks. I just gave up on it. And the game is called Neverness to Everness. What? NTE, Neverness to Everness, is a supernatural urban open world RPG. How is this GTA? How is this GTA? I need to see a video of this or something. Or at least some pictures. No way. We can drive? Why does that picture look so clean though? The heck? I think it's cool that you can drive a car. I think it's cool. Literally in this picture, driving a Porsche. So that's kind of, it's kind of piquing my interest. I seem more intrigued in playing this now. Intrigued and interested, because I need to see gameplay though, because I don't know anything about it. But just from the looks, from the pictures I've seen and all that, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. But let's see what to say. What is it again? How do you feel about that? I would need to see I would need to see gameplay first and how the game is for myself when I play it for myself. That's the only thing. I don't know how is it a GTA anime game besides the whole chart. The only, from what I've seen, my first few things that I've seen for this game, one was figuring out the name, and two was seeing a Porsche being driven on a picture. That's all I've gotten out of it, and reading that it's a supernatural open world game. So to me, I don't know the resemblance to GTA besides the driving, which honestly I don't have an issue with it. The reason being is it's a whole different thing. I mean, Tower of Fantasy had the whole like hoverboard things, something like that, and now honestly I thought that was pretty cool. So it's not like I hated Tower of Fantasy. I actually wanted to enjoy it. It's just the game wasn't allowing me to enjoy it. If I were to play it now, yeah, obviously I'd probably most likely be able to play it, but I've lost interest in it already. Unless I get like some Genshin miracle where I come back to it like I did for Genshin, then sure. But for the Neverness to Everness, I'll look up at the website and see if there's any like gameplay of it or anything, just because it does seem interesting. I'm gonna be honest, because I see a Porsche, it makes me wonder what other cars are there. It basically piqued my my interest in cars, because I kind of am a car guy. I'm kind of mainly JDM cars. So yeah, if you want to talk about European or others, I don't hate them. It's just not my thing. But how I feel about from what I see, interesting. Interesting. It's interesting, so that's a good thing. 'Cause I know Noah has mentioned it in the past as well, but I just didn't know anything about it. And saying that it was a GTA anime game doesn't really necessarily help me. It doesn't necessarily help me. At least you mentioned Tower Fantasy people, and that literally helps a lot. I just needed that to know so I could search who created Tower of Fantasy, because I didn't even remember that, and it led me to their future games. So thank you. Thank you. Random word of the day. I still got some comments to go over, like 3 comments to go over. I may have gone on a tangent for a bit, so it is what it is. Random word of the day. Kita hair strand in my cereal. That is not a word. That's a whole couple of words. That ain't no word. That's a whole sentence. Or an incomplete sentence. No, that's a short sentence. That ain't no random word. Day 40 of random questions I'll never forget. In open and close parentheses. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Ooh, it's this question. It's the superpower question. How many times have I changed that over to every time that question is asked? Probably a few times. That's a good question. I mean, this is like the typical ones. But honestly, speaking, I think I go like kind of like the fire superpower route. Kind of like the Human Torch, because you can still fly around along with it. I kind of thought about it also in kind of like in My Hero with Endeavor and Todoroki. I was like, yeah, fire seems cool. And I seem to be quite interested in the fire element. Probably has something to do with me being a Sagittarius as well, so it is a fire sign, so that's probably why. But if I was gonna choose something not elemental and all that, I'll just go with speed. Speed or I think I'll be cool with speed. Because if I could run like the Flash, then I could still pretty much I could run to Japan. I could run to Japan. And teleportation is one of those typical ones as well. And yes, by bows, I mean hair bows, okay. And when I said I see someone likes their condiments, I was referring to the Lucky Mustard and ketchup. Okay, so because I know I did not mention anything about condiments myself, besides from the Lucky Mustard and was it cautious ketchup? Eugen has infected Nova. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Pesky mayonnaise. Whoops, I have been too. No, we got cautious mustard, not cautious mustard, Lucky Mustard, cautious ketchup. Now pesky mayonnaise, and I think sad mustard was also one of those, right? But yeah, good thing that it was also you didn't mean hair bows, because I was like, I cleared Nest and Hollow with my Ellen Soldier in quarantine. With Shiyu, I don't know. I almost ended not level 50, so yeah, I'm like 49 right now. I am 49 as well. I think I only have a couple more commissions to do, and I'll pretty much have nothing to do, I guess. Not really necessarily nothing. Obviously, I could still do Hollow Zero, Shield Defense, all that. But yeah, I'm gonna just tell you now that team's not gonna get you through Shield Defense, because you're gonna need 2 teams later on. And just to give you a heads up, the first Shield Defense is time-wise, so having the weakness of the enemy is is recommended if you want to beat them faster. And the second one is, I guess, all about survivability and not getting any of your characters like knocked out, I think 2 times at most. I'm not sure. So yeah. And also because you're gonna need 2 teams at one point. So yeah, you're gonna need an update. You're gonna need a team, a whole second team at least. But for shield defense, I would say you would probably want to go off what they recommend with their weaknesses. At least that's what I would think, because when I went in, even with the weakness at a lower level, as in me being a lower level by a little bit, I didn't make it time-wise. So I'm gonna give it a shot again later, since now I actually did level up a little bit more. It'll be all good. Also, Wolf Butler makes me feel like when I saw him, I was like, I'm not a furry, but I don't know what you're trying to say, but you just reminded me I needed to do Hollow Zero for investigation points. It's like a fox-looking girl in the square right across the flower shop at different times in the day. A fox-looking girl. Kaleda, I forgot about her. I want her too. I don't have her. I forgot. Well, at least now I know there's another character you want. Oh, at least I know there's a character that you want that's not an attacker. Because then she'll work fine with Soldier 11, obviously, because they're both fire. Thanks for the video, Shoo dude. Have a good day. You too. Have a good day yourself. Thank you for the comment. Next comment is from Eugen. I'm just going over it as I pick the skills. Wow, nice blue factor that you can use there. I don't remember the blue factor, so I'll take a look at it later. I played Musume, I think, before I watched the anime. Can't remember. If ever I watched the season 1 right after I played the game. Sounds about right, if that's the case. Yeah, I know I played the game before, I mean, after watching season 1. What I meant for being Ant? It's that, like, yeah, you can flex because you can just swipe to get your cards, to get strong and important cards. It's not that I hate them or something. It's just, like, not impressed. Yeah, that's pretty much how I am about whales when I see them in any PvP. Because knowing that I don't pull. I'm literally just not impressed, because it's like, oh, you spent money to get strong in the game. Cool. That's why I don't really necessarily care about whales, is because they spent money. Good for them. They spent money to get good in the game. Good for them. That's it. Or to get the character you want. That I actually accept more than just spending in the game just to be good. I don't know why. It's just like, especially if it's a character they want, then I'll totally be okay with it. But if you're just spending just to spend for the game, just to get good in the game, I can care less. I can care less, and you'll just be a whale in my eyes. That's pretty much it. Maybe if I play the game, I'll just go for factor that everyone can use it, since I have an idea how to just help. Since maybe aiming for Seiun Sky, Marzensky, though, agree cap if I have her start. But yeah, more inclined to escape. Mayano Top Gun is good as well, as long as you can make it to 3-star. Also, Measure Orion. That everyone loves her hair so much. Well, to be honest, if I'm a whale, I go for JP servers, since you can catch up sooner or later. Unless you were flexing much from the beginning to become popular. For the scenario, just run the Ura scenario for new characters, and there are some third parties that you can look if you want to read the stories. So pretty much that's the difference. As long as you can swipe, you can catch up, especially during anniversary and half anniversary events. Sometimes new banner promos that increase rates on these specific cards. Yeah. I think if you're going to be a new player and you can swipe, go to JP. I would say, just so you can be up to date, because you literally can catch up within not that long. As long as you just start off with the Ura finals or the Ura scenario, get the missions, move on to the next one, get the missions, you know, just do that until the current scenario. I think you should be good. And if you're a whale, then obviously you'll be able to catch up. Or if you're a swiper, then you'll be able to catch up as the new banners come out. That's pretty much it. Because also with the Twinkle series banners, they make it easier for newer players to get characters that have been released in the past but haven't had a rerun in a while, or haven't had a rerun at all. So there you go. And then at the end of Eugen's comment does have the room ID, so join if you guys want to have a practice match against whoever is participating in it. And lastly, the last two comments are going to be from Tanoki. Thank you, Eugen, for the comments, by the way. Finally made that S-Dirt Ruby. All my Umas are prepared for the CM. Nice. Congrats on your S-Dirt Ruby. Well, there you go. In fact, I won my Circles pre-CM Cup. Crazy to think of the progress I have made, as I'm losing by a massive gap in January to winning it altogether in August. It's like I said, you did an amazing job starting off in Pretty Derby. And I give you props for that. In 8 months, that's a pretty good time. I'm satisfied with my Ballroom Ruby for this CM, looping back to try for a better Iguri and Ricky, but first probably trying for a better Dirt Mile Leader Parents. Hey, you can do what you want because you said you feel like you're prepared for the CM. So you're all good. But other than that, let me refresh this first. Yeah. Other than that, thank you for all the comments, Tanoki, Eugen, Ren, Nova, and Eorzian Bun. Appreciate it as always, all the comments. I'm just making sure there wasn't anyone else that I missed, but it doesn't look like it. So we ended off with 1502 speed, pretty low, 653 stamina, 1345 power, 1215 guts, and 1261 on wise, with an S in dirt, which is perfectly fine because that's all we had. And then we're just gonna grab this because I don't want to switch it to medium distance and all that. Honestly, this could be a UF 9 if it wanted it to be. If it wanted it to be. See? It was pretty close to it. Third, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna do more trainings later and see if I can get a... Actually, yeah, if I can get a better cap, mainly because I think cap is the lowest out of the 3. So yeah. But with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys thought about the run. Let me know how excited you guys are for this, the anniversary. I don't know, I'm kind of worried about the half Annie for just a little bit because of the character. And also I'm kind of curious about the support cards. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting because I did say I want to get support cards, and depending on the support card, especially if it's gonna be speed and if it's gonna be general, I'm gonna want to pull it. But I don't know, it could be any other card though. So yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to talk about or ask me, let me know down in the comments. As long as you keep it appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the circle and you guys are looking for a circle to join, feel free to join the circle that I'm in. It's called Shushu. The circle ID photo should be on the screen as I have been talking about it. Give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you sent a request. Go back to the comment section. Let me know that you sent a request along with your in-game name, just so I can match it and make sure I add you into the circle and not someone else. And that'll be pretty much it. So with that being said, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you once again, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.